everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Warm greetings to each one of you. This is Fouzia begum, an assistant professor in English. I welcome you all to my channel, A Brightening Star Academy, a sphere of knowledge and skills, where knowledge meets inspiration. At this moment, my target audience is undergraduate students from semester 5. The textbook is General English and English Express prescribed from Osmania University. It is a revised syllabus. And my today's topic from this particular book is The Chimney Sweeper's poem by William Blake. Welcome to today's session on William Blake's iconic poem, The Chimney Sweeper, from his collection Songs of Innocence, published in 1789. This powerful poem sheds light on the harsh realities of child labor during the Industrial Revolution. About the poet. William Blake was an English poet, painter, and printer who lived from 1757 to 1827. William Blake was a visionary poet. His poems are straightforward, yet they contain deep concepts. William Blake wrote a poem with the initial title, The Chimney Sweeper, that was released in 2 parts, Songs of Innocence in 1789 and Songs of Experience in 1794. Songs of Experience and Songs of Innocence were among his best works. Both songs approach the same subject in different ways. As we have discussed, William Blake was an English poet, painter, and printmaker. His work is known for its mystical and visionary qualities. Songs of Innocence. Songs of Innocence is a collection of poems that celebrates childhood and the beauty of nature. Social commentary. William Blake's poems also address social issues like poverty, child labor, and oppression. Third quality, that is artistic vision. William Blake's use of imagery and language is highly symbolic, creating a unique and powerful vision of the world. Moving towards characters. As we delve into the world of chimney sweepers, let's first consider the key characters. The first character is the chimney sweeper, unnamed narrator. Next, Tom Dacre, fellow chimney sweeper. Along with him, Dick, Joe, Ned, and Jack are his friends as a chimney sweepers. And another character is symbolic figure is the angel. These are the characters present in Chimney Sweeper's poem. Main story. The Chimney Sweeper by William Blake talks about the hard lives of young chimney sweepers in England during the late 18th and 19th centuries. During that period, boys as young as 6 years were sold by their parents as chimney sweepers. The poem begins with the narrator, a young chimney sweep, sharing his heartbreaking story. He recounts how, after his mother's death, his father sold him to labor while he was still a toddler, unable to even cry out for help. In the poem, the narrator then introduces Tom Dacre, a fellow sweep and a friend. Tom's story highlights the cruel treatment of child labor. One line from the poem, his hair curled like a lamb's back is shaved, symbolizes the loss of innocence. William Blake uses this irony to criticize how religious promises of salvation are used to justify the exploitation and sufferings of vulnerable children, offering them hope in the afterlife while ignoring their sufferings in present. Tom saw an angel appears promising him a better life if he remains virtuous. The angels message him a hope and reassurance. However, the poem takes a darker turn as Blake critiques social indifferences. Despite the sweep's sufferings, people think they have done no harm because the children seem happy and content. The irony in The Chimney Sweeper is found in the false sense of security and hope given by the angel to the young chimney sweepers. In Tom Decker's dream, the angel frees the children from coffins, symbolizing the death and confinement they experience in their real lives as chimney sweepers. The angel tells them that if they are good, they will have God as their father and never lack joy. Well, this dream confronts Tom and helps him face his harsh reality. It is ironic because it suggests that the children should accept their sufferings in life for the promises of happiness after death. The angel's promise is a false hope, encouraging children to stay passive and obedient instead of challenging the unjust system that forces them into such terrible conditions. William Blake uses this irony to criticize how religious promises of salvation are used to justify the exploitation and sufferings of vulnerable children, offering them hope in the afterlife while ignoring their sufferings in present. In The Chimney Sweeper, William Blake uses the story of these young boys to show the harsh reality of child labor and how organized religion often gives false hope while the children are given dreams of a better afterlife to endure their current misery. Through these characters, William Blake masterfully explores the themes of innocence, exploitation, and the human condition. The poem highlights the loss of innocence and the harsh realities of the experienced by children. The poem explores the universal human experience of suffering, resilience, and the search for hope. Social injustice, the poem critiques the exploitation of the children for economic gain. The symbolic significance of the chimney sweeper's plight. The chimney sweeper's situation serves as a metaphor for the suppression of innocence and the loss of childhood. The suit symbolizes the corruption and the darkness that envelop the child's life. Lamb's bag, innocence, vulnerability; angel, hope, freedom; suit, suffering and hardship. Lost dreams. The chimney sweeper's plight represents the loss of hope and the denial of happiness and carefree childhood. The poem laments the distraction of childhood innocence due to exploitation. The chimney sweeper exposes the plight of young boys forced to work in dangerous and unhealthy conditions. The grim reality is chimney sweepers were often orphaned or from poor families. They worked long hours, faced physical dangers, and were exposed to soot and smoke. And the social criticism? Blake's poem critiques the societal indifferences and exploitation of children in the pursuit of profit. Imagery and language used to convey the sweeper's experience. Blake's use of vivid imagery and powerful language creates a strong emotional impact on the reader. Visual symbolism. The poem uses strong visual imagery to depict the sweeper's harsh reality, like the blackened church and coffins of black. Second, contrasting imagery. The use of contrasting imagery, like the white snow and the black suit, highlights this stark difference between the child's experience and the beauty of nature. The role of religion and the church in the poem. Religion plays a complex role in the chimney sweeper. church as a symbol, the church is seen as a symbol of both comfort and hypocrisy. Spiritual hope, the poem explores the possibility of finding solace and meaning in religion despite the harsh reality of life. Conclusion: Blake's enduring legacy and the poem's relevance today. William Blake's The Chimney Sweeper remains relevant today as a powerful reminder of the importance of child protection and the social justice. Enduring legacy. The poem continues to inspire and resonate with readers centuries later. Social impact. Blake's works has contributed to raising awareness about the injustice faced by the vulnerable populations. Relevance today. The poem's theme of innocence, exploitation, and the human condition remain relevant in our contemporary world.